All right, everybody, this is Dina with the Rhode Island Wave, and I am here at the Mediator Community Center. It's actually a church, isn't it? The Mediator is a church, so you know that. Anyway, I'm at the Mediator, and I am here with Bruce Kaplan, and tonight is his CD release party for a CD he created on Blue Cat Records, and it's called Epic Tales, and tonight is the night we're all going to get to hear it. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been making music?
I've spent decades playing sloppy guitar. But a couple years ago, I had back-to-back concussions 3 weeks apart. And so I was sound and light sensitive. And my sister-in-law, eventually, weeks and weeks or months later, she had an iPhone with a dimmed blue light screen. I had amber glasses. And she showed me GarageBand for a second. And I was like, huh. And I had this slow journey of learning the app, but at very low contrast, low light, and very simple things. But I started feeling music flowing through me through this period of making 30 or 40, 50 songs, but just one step at a time. It was all of a sudden oh my God, I ran out of space on SoundCloud. Holy God, I had 150 minutes of music because it was just moment to moment with no plan. So I met the guys from some Blue Cat Records, Eric and Totem, and we put out a EP last May. So we had a record release party here for Book of the Infinite Ifs last year, and this is a follow-up EP. But this, as I'm gonna tell them later, was born in a flood and kind of ended in a flood. My house is currently being fixed up from a flood from above that wiped out a room and a ceiling and stuff. So minor in the grand scheme of things, but it's still something that anyhow, I've kind of made music in the wake of that. And then a day and a night after wrapping up production on Epic Tales, Blue Cat, they're in the bottom of a mill that's, and the water mains on the street above burst. And so water came from below and above, down from the first floor. And they lost a lot of equipment and stuff, but people came together to help them get stuff out. So water came from below and above, and the computer, the desktop or tower, was on a milk crate under the desk, and so the desk from above sheltered it, and then the water.
So the music survived.
And so the music.
So the music is meant to be heard, born out of floods, but out of sometimes out of tragedy comes the best experiences.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
Born in tragedy, meant to help heal. So I understand the theme is post-apocalyptic. We're done with the apocalypse, and now we're coming out of it into better times.
It's a path. Yeah, it's emerging from the woods tentatively with fear and trepidation, little groups of people, small groups of people, and then over the course of this 3-song story arc, they eventually settle down and build early farming anew. Planting on the land means you finally have hope for the future. The apocalypse is behind you, and then other institutions kind of form spontaneously, and this carnival of the damned rolls through. Maybe months or years after this emergence. The time doesn't matter, but it's just that period of development. And then there's more conflict, and we'll just have to hear the album.
Now, I to think we've already been through the apocalyptic stuff, and we're on the other side. Do you think that we're on the other side, or is this all coming ahead of us?
The story is in one possible future. So Lost Volumes at Heart is a name that I feel gives me license to pull stories from different timelines, places, possibilities, and put them to music. And so the first album was 5 different journeys. I would say different genres, but I'm kind of genre dumb. That's a younger generation.
I did listen to it, and I thought it sounded like a little bit of a modern Pink Floyd kind of vibe.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so it was easy to listen to. We're going to have a clip on the video of the music and some of the artwork. and we're going to talk to Totem and a couple other people involved with the project tonight. And congratulations, and have a good time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing this moment.
Ah! Hey everybody, I am with Totem here, and Totem is the producer of the record that we're having a record release, CD release party on tonight. Totem, tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm an audio and video artist. I run a production studio and perform in a lot of different projects. Do a couple of things, carve stone.
And that production studio is?
Is Blue Cat Studios, Blue Cat Records, and Lost Volumes, which is the name of the project that just released the album. He has been a major player with a lot of the music we've been doing recently, and it's
very cool. So what is the vibe of the music? What kind of music what would you call it?
So it's definitely experimental. There's a soundscape element to it, and like an epic ballad element to it. I would say it's hard to put it in just one category. There's a lot of live instrumentation, and there's also a lot of electronic elements. So it's really something to be experienced, but I would say it's experimental.
Very cool. I did listen to a little bit before I came here. A little like a modern Pink Floyd, maybe.
Sure, yeah, it's psychedelic, I would say, for sure, and it's definitely got some rock.
Yeah, you got the guitars
going for sure. Lots of guitars and keys and live instrumentation, live drumming and stuff like that.
Now I noticed maybe some harmonics. Are you using frequencies?
Yes, so there's a lot of electronic elements, right? So there's synthesizers, there's also different studio tricks that I do, and soundscape elements and atmospheric stuff. I also dabble in like noise music, which is some of the more fringe experimental stuff.
Right.
And so there's some textural elements that literally come from that world involved in this as well. So there's a lot of different things happening. And I think for us, the most important part is that it's a journey that you go on, and that you're not able to really predict where the road's about to turn, while still keeping it a fluid journey. So that, I think, for us, we're not limited by genres and things like that. More just thinking about composition and what's the scope and the journey of the sound. You know.
Very cool. Well, it was easy to listen to. It was good on the ears.
I love that.
So tell me, where can we get a copy of this?
So you can download it on Bandcamp. lostvolumes.bandcamp.com. You download it, you own it. You can get it on Apple Music. You can listen to it on Spotify. So it's pretty much available on all the streaming platforms. I would say Bandcamp's the best place to go buy it. You own it, and you have the artwork, and you have everything. But it's accessible. It's also on YouTube. It's all over this place.
Very cool. And so just tell me a little bit. Now, you work with the studio. You're part.
Yeah, so I'm co-founder with Eric Leone, or Eric Richard. And we started the studio a couple years back. We made it more of an official thing this last year. It was a really, really beautiful experience to really dive into just music production and sound design and audio production full time for quite a while. Ultimately, we had a flood not too long ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, something happened at the studio, and this was the last recorded.
This was the last full album recorded and produced in that space, which was an incredible space, but it was in a basement, and which is great for sound for certain reasons.
Yep.
And problematic when we get things like floods. So things have shifted with the studio recently, and this is a really special release to us because it was the last thing recorded and produced in that space.
But now you're up and running in a new space.
I am, and so is my partner Eric. There's sort of two spaces that are happening, and we're doing a little bit of different things in general, but we're both operational. We're both keeping the Blue Cat project alive, and we're both still engaging sound design and music in various capacities.
And you have a website?
We do. Yeah, bluecat.com.
Bluecat.com, that's easy enough. And so if somebody wanted to record some tracks. They could get a hold of you.
Yeah, if someone wanted, they can go there and they can reach out to us. They can also reach out to us through Instagram. We have a Blue Cat Records Instagram. Yeah, they can reach out to us, and our space now is actually even more suited for like walking kind of deals. So, and even for someone who's a producer to bring a laptop and plug in and have access to the booth with their own system. So there's been some things that have wound up upgrading for us in what our capabilities are. And then obviously that space had its unique beauty that's hard to, touch. So.
Right. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk to a
Thank
couple more people who are involved in the project. And we have some sound bowl music happening tonight. We're going to talk to that artist. And thank you so much. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
All right. So, everybody, now I'm here with Mary Lou Mancini, who does some vocals for Epic Tales. And Mary Lou has some vocals on there.
Yes, I did I'm featuring the vocals along with other folks. So we've got Bruce Kaplan with Lost Volumes, and he's the guy. It's his show, really. I'm just featuring vocals. And we also have some sounds, and some cackling, some throat singing. It's going to be really wild.
So it's fun. So when you're listening to the recording later, I'm going to put a little clip in the video. You may actually get to hear Mary Lou. Now, Mary Lou, you do something else too. What else do you do?
Oh, I'm a massage therapist.
Ooh.
Yes, and this is all conducive because we've been called to this. It's a post-zombie apocalyptic event, and we're coming back together, and the first song is Eulogy for the zombies. And so we're grieving, and then we're getting past the phase where...
Yeah, I really do believe this. I really do believe the zombie apocalypse already happened. It's like the last 50 years of Life Runner.
So here we are. We're
Here we are, post-zombie apocalypse.
yes.
Very good. Anything else?
Survive. We're the survivors.
We are the survivors. Absolutely. Absolutely. It may not feel like it yet, but it's going to soon. All right, everybody, and now I am still at our CD release party, but we have some entertainment tonight. Ivy and Alluria are going to do some sound bowl work for us in musical tones. It's more like tones, right?
Yeah, it's a mix of tonal music and different percussionary sounds to make sure that people can kind of slide into themselves a little bit easier and have a little bit easier time of aligning oneself with it.
Very cool. Is that how you describe it too? Is it sound good?
Yeah, I'd probably add that even in science, they've shown in studies that vibrations, different tones, vibrations can carry almost a healing quality. So
Absolutely.
it's a beautiful way to just relax and receive some self-medication, if you will, instead of taking a pill.
Now, how long have you guys been doing this?
So for the sound bath healing, I've been doing it for about 3 years, but I've been practicing in witchcraft and other pagan backgrounds for about 22.
Oh, very cool. So you got some experience in this.
A little bit.
And how about you?
So I met her through her local apothecary, Blessed Bee. And so I am currently studying with a teacher out of Europe, Siberian shamanism. And then I'm also a evidential medium. So when we combine kind of our gifts and we put that out into music, it creates this just healing element. And so I'm Wellness by Alluria is my business name.
And that's also your website. Is that the website? Wellness by the other
I
website?
do have a website. I actually have a brick and mortar shop called Blessed the Apothecary in South Hadley, Massachusetts.
Oh, very cool.
It's blessed-bee.com. And we focus on small batch, handmade, that kind of thing.
Very cool. Very cool. So a lot of people might, everybody's going on YouTube and listening to meditational videos, and you hear the sounds, the tones in the background. And so if you wanted to catch that live, you would come and, sometimes we got to skip the YouTube videos and actually come and experience it live. So that's kind of what we're going to get here tonight, is that almost like what you'd hear in the background of a meditation or
And we do it also once a month at the Apothecary under the full moon.
Oh, very cool. So you can check out these ladies' websites and go visit them on the full moon and catch what we're going to catch tonight. Maybe I'll take some pictures of them performing later. I'm back here with Alluria, and Alluria also has a musical endeavor that's on Blue Cat Records. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I met Totem and Eric at an event, and I reached out to them, and now we're on our own project called Winds of Alluria, and we're a rare niche of music. We are currently working on several transatlantic projects coming out of Europe. We'll be playing at the Jet Lag Festival in New York, and then we have a couple local shows coming out in Massachusetts, the Marigold Theater. We're growing really fast. Totem and I experienced this musical alchemy, if you will, that is so organic, and just we flow together so well. It's just amazing how it's kind of all just transpired, and these guys are amazing. Music is their passion, and the kindness that comes out of Blue Hat is just incredible. So I'm so happy to be here and reflect that out.
Well, thank you so much, and good luck with that tour and your record. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome, thank you so much.
All right.